Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry discusses the importance of protecting our oceans at Montgomery Blair High School. The founder of the Beach Boys visits with veterans in Silver Spring. And later, we'll take you to the only public high school in Montgomery County where the graduation ceremony is on the home turf. But we begin with Metro SafeTrack. Montgomery County is developing plans to assist commuters during WMATA's year-long effort to improve the safety and reliability of the Metro rail system. Department of Transportation Director Al Roshdi says the county will be promoting telework and transportation alternatives for Red Line commuters.
Well, we have been working very closely with our regional partners, WMATA, State of Maryland DOT, to come up with a mitigating plan to actually mitigate some of the impacts of this SafeTrack. Of course, everybody will be affected. You don't have to be a Metro user to be affected by this surge, by this work plan. So there will be much more traffic on the roads. There's going to be a lot more people on the buses and the Metro. We already seen the last few days that people are getting late to work. So the solution is three-pronged. Traffic management, which we're going to be monitoring the signals. We're going to be monitoring the parking restriction on those primary roads. And then the other thing is, which is the most effective, is the transportation demand management. People need to start flex hours. My message to the employers is to consider teleworking, consider flex hours. We're going to be putting free shuttle buses between the affected Metro stations, and we actually putting it at 4.5 hours in the morning and 4.5 hours in the evening. And the reason for that is let the people who wants to come much earlier than they usually do come and then leave earlier, or come later and leave later. The other fortunate thing for Montgomery County is that our first surge is going to happen in August 1st. So it will give us a time to monitor what other jurisdiction and the effect of some of the things, some of the mitigation plans that they have put in place. And we will see how does that affect. And we can adjust our plan accordingly. But traffic demand management is the main key. We are not going to solve this issue with putting more buses. We're actually putting 10 minutes headway, as I said, between the affected stations, but it takes a lot more than that. We need everybody's participation to get through this.
You can find more information about Montgomery County's plan for SafeTrack on the county's website. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry recently discussed the importance of protecting our oceans with students at Montgomery Blair High School. MCPS TV has a story.
Please join me in a round of applause for our U.S. Secretary of State, Mr. John Kerry.
It is a great pleasure for me to be able to be here with all of you this morning.
On June 1st, science students at Montgomery Blair High School had the honor of hosting a very distinguished guest in their classroom, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. Secretary Kerry came to speak to students on the topic of a growing worldwide concern, the need to protect our oceans.
The fact is that the oceans are essential to your life, because half the oxygen that we get, that we breathe, is produced through the oceans.
To have somebody who's that big of a name and that big of a face in politics talking about an issue that affects the world and affects everybody like the ocean, I think really helps the students understand how important of an issue it is. And being that he's the Secretary of State, really how global of an issue it is.
And it was amazing. I didn't expect even though we're near DC, any high up member of the government to come sit in my freshman year physics classroom. And it does emphasize the importance of caring about the ocean and trying to do something, because as he was talking about, it's a huge issue.
Global climate change is having a profound negative impact on our oceans.
I'd known the general ideas of how bad things were, but not some of the very specific numbers he was giving that are really quite frightening.
There are now over 400 dead zones on a global basis, and they've gone up every single decade for the last decades. What does that tell you?
Secretary Kerry's visit marked the start of an educational outreach effort leading into the third global Our Ocean Conference that the Department of State will host this September. Joining Secretary Kerry on his visit was the Undersecretary for Economic Growth, Energy, and the Environment, Catherine Novelli, as well as Dr. Marcia McNutt, a marine geophysicist and president-elect of the National Academy of Sciences.
Students right now are starting to make decisions about who they are, the choices they make in life, where they live, what they do, how they vote. All of those things are going to affect the health of the oceans.
It's really important to get younger people interested because in the end the consumers are going to decide what's going to happen in the future, and for students to be able to start looking at these choices and integrating them into their life is very important.
Secretary Kerry will host the third Global Our Ocean Conference September 15th and 16th in Washington, D.C. The conference will focus on increasing international awareness and generating commitments to protect the ocean. Local jurisdictions have come together in an effort to raise awareness about the importance of water quality and the Chesapeake Bay. This week on the county's Spanish language radio show, 2 Montgomery County officials took to the airwaves to talk about the importance of environmental protection. Lorna Virgili hosts that show and brings us more.
There are 1,500 miles of streams in Montgomery County. They all feed to either the Potomac or Anacostia rivers and eventually into the Chesapeake Bay. The Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments designated this week to focus on the success of local governments in reducing pollutants entering the bay and improving water quality. County Council member Craig Rice chairs the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments.
How important the Bay is and the things that they do daily, whether it's throwing away their trash, making sure that they're treating stormwater management and runoff, helping to clean up in their areas and in their neighborhoods. All of those things contribute to the healthiness of our bay.
Efforts in the wastewater sector have resulted in significant reductions in excess of phosphorus and nitrogen sent to the bay. Improvements in water quality serve an important role in the ecosystem of the bay.
To deal with the Chesapeake Bay and the restoration of the Chesapeake Bay so you can have a swimmable, fishable, livable bay, you need to deal with not only your local water bodies, you also need to deal with the Anacostia and the Potomac rivershed.
Department of Environmental Protection activities are taking place during Chesapeake Bay Awareness Week. But remember to protect the bay every day. Trash in the local streams impact the price we all pay for the blue crabs.
From a financial perspective, as the bay is healthier, prices go down when it comes to the cost of seafood, whether it's our Chesapeake Bay blue crabs or many of the other fish that we get out of our bay.
For County Report this week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
It was an emotional day for over 24 U.S. citizens who were welcomed at a naturalization ceremony at the Gaithersburg Library this month. These 34 new residents came from all over the world.
Iran, Japan.
As their countries are called out, 34 new U.S. citizens from 27 different countries are welcomed at a naturalization ceremony at the Gaithersburg Library.
Most of the world's people have never moved from their countries of birth. Often they don't realize how much courage, how much energy, and how much initiative it takes to do what you have done. You deserve the admiration of all of us.
For me, it's a dream because when I was living in my country, one day passed in front of the American embassy and I saw the flag and I say, one day I'll be there.
It was really emotional, you know, a lot of people taking interest in us and recognizing our adventure to get here and our whole path to get here. So it was very emotional, very exciting. It was a great experience.
This naturalization ceremony included a videotaped message from President Obama, and local officials shared their support and advice as well.
We sit in one of the most diverse counties in the United States, and no place exemplifies that more than the city of Gaithersburg.
Montgomery County is the special place it is today precisely because of our welcoming attitude toward our new Americans.
I'm looking forward to what they contribute, what our new citizens contribute to our community. We all, it's all our responsibilities to make our community state the greatest city and the greatest county in the world. And I want to see what they add to it.
The sky's the limit right now for us, so real excited.
I'm happy, and God bless this country. This America is amazing.
It was a night of good vibrations as a founding member of the Beach Boys met with local veterans in Silver Spring at an event hosted by the Montgomery County Commission on Veterans Affairs. MyMC Media's Maureen Chaudhary reports.
He's known as the founding member of the Beach Boys, and on this day, Mike Love met with veterans in Silver Spring to show his support, share his love for music, and talk about a method of healing that has worked for him for decades.
I practice transcendental meditation, and it's been very beneficial to me, and it's been very, very beneficial to so many people, in particular people who have been in stressful situations such as war.
Transcendental meditation for me is an opportunity for me to take 20 minutes a day, twice a day, just to chill out. I have learned a mantra. I say that to myself, and it just gives me an opportunity to get away from reality, really.
And veterans who have found the time to learn and practice transcendental meditation say the technique has had a positive effect on their lives.
I'm here to share that transcendental meditation works for my post-traumatic stress disorder, and it helps me come to a calm state, and it takes away all the bad memories and helps me make it through the day a little easier.
For these veterans, the support from a music icon also means a lot.
I knew something about the Beach Boys being here tonight, and I grew up in that era of that sound.
The Beach Boys were very, very famous and kept us going, reminded us being back in the States. And for him being here, being transcendental meditation friendly, it gives you more moral support for somebody else that does the meditation.
Music gets through in a lot of severe cases and gets beyond the surface level of stress and negativity and reaches the core of the person. And we see it all the time, and it's really so simple that, you know, taking a photo, giving an autograph, singing a song, but it really, really lifts people's spirits.
In Silver Spring, I'm Maureen Chaudhary for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report This Week, the class of 2016 graduates on their home turf at Damascus High School. And we'll introduce you to a Montgomery County teen who is making an extraordinary difference at her high school. Stay with us.
History comes alive during Heritage Days weekend, June 25th and 26th. Discover Montgomery County's historical treasures during this free countywide event. The two-day festival offers visitors an opportunity to sample numerous sites representing the history, culture, and natural beauty of Montgomery County. So join us for Heritage Days, June 25th from noon to 4 p.m. all over Montgomery County. For more information, call 301-515-0753 or go to heritagemontgomery.org.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. It's graduation season, and did you know that Damascus High School is the only Montgomery County public school where the commencement ceremony takes place on the football field? MyMC Media's Maureen Chaudhary reports.
Rain didn't put a damper on tradition at the Damascus High School graduation ceremony, as nearly 300 students walked across the stage on their home turf. Literally. Damascus High is the only school in the county to host graduation on its football field. And for parents and students alike, this tradition means a lot.
It's a wonderful experience to graduate at the high school. You know, the students have so many memories of time we've spent outside on the athletic field for various sporting events or school events, and to culminate their 4 years outside on the football field is a really nice experience.
It's kind of nice. I went to high school here and we did the same thing, and it's very nostalgic. It's nice to see so many people come out. It's nice to be back at the high school, and I'm really, really proud of these kids. They did a great job this year.
This community is just, for Montgomery County, has remained so tight-knit and so taking care of each other that it just makes sense to us that everything would be done here. Damascus, it's like we're Damascus.
It's really special. It's just a huge tradition, and it's just like a whole, like, whenever we we have football games, we know, like, oh, we're gonna graduate there. Like, we're the only school, and it's just like such a big tradition, and it makes like the football season even more special, and it makes this even more special.
We've been here for a good 4 years, basically in the town for
most of my life, so now you're moving off. It's nice to see it one last time, you know.
It's a huge tradition here at Damascus, and we're the only school left in the county that decides to, stay here and graduate. And just, being able to, take my last steps here on the field that I, performed on my 4 years, it couldn't mean anything more.
In Damascus, I'm Maureen Chaudhary for County Report This Week.
Each year, Bethesda Magazine chooses a group of the county's best and brightest young people for its Extraordinary Teen Awards. These 12 teens are chosen from more than 100 nominations, and each one of them is responsible for some amazing accomplishments. Susan Kennedy caught up with one of the winners whose personal experience factors into what makes her tick.
Maybe, but we also want to think about if there's going to be a point counterpoint.
Maya Sterling knows a thing or two about the ruthless art of prioritizing. This Bethesda Chevy Chase senior made it her mission to see what she could do to get the school newspaper into the black. The Tatler is Montgomery County's longest-running school newspaper, and Maya Sterling is the business manager.
So this is our November edition of the paper. This ad here was for Aristotle Circle, which is a tutoring company in the area.
Maya decided the school needed to go for broke in order to keep the paper running. She organized various events throughout the year, like bake sales and selling ads to local businesses and paper subscriptions to BCC parents. And her formula added up to success.
So we had all of these, $25 subscriptions, and we had our ads, and we had donations when we had big events. And together with that, we were able to start publishing longer and longer editions. The Tatler had steadily been about 16 pages, maybe 20. Now we're consistently 24, 28, or 32-page editions, and we're able to publish 4 and sometimes even 8 pages of color.
It just might be a story on immigration.
English teacher and newspaper advisor David Lopalato was one of the BCC staff members who nominated Maya for the Outstanding Teen Award.
She never settles. She's always interested in the community first. I rarely ever see her worried about what's in it for her. She's motivated by making a better product, making a better community.
This Bethesda Chevy Chase senior made it her mission to see that her school could up its game with the annual Pennies for Patient fundraiser.
So that event really got me started in kind of big fundraising for LLS, big event organizing. It's not an insert, I think it's an ad. I have to confirm that actually.
Maya took on the task of the Pennies for Patients fundraiser with the same tenacity she used with the Tatler.
We have a full-page ad from Athnasium, a 4th-page ad from the Bethesda Court Hotel. So had our big long month of fundraising, and in February of 2015, the school raised $14,600, which is the most we've ever raised, ever.
But her talent doesn't end at fundraising. She is fluent in Spanish.
And then this was an article that I actually wrote in Spanish.
Was instrumental in creating a news magazine show for MCPS television.
Used to play soccer.
And 2 years ago, she led the way in creating an annual community festival at BCC, Barron Palooza. And what does she think about being named an extraordinary teen?
It's been really exciting to be in a magazine and people to congratulate me, and sometimes complete strangers, and it's like, oh yeah, that was me. So it's been really fun.
Well, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report This Week, we'll tell you about a new partnership between the Library of Congress and Montgomery College. And in the city of Rockville, you'll find more than fruits and vegetables at the locals farmers market. Don't go away. County Report This Week is coming right back.
A Zika virus prevention tip from the Maryland Department of Agriculture. Mosquitoes can exploit the tiniest pools of standing water in your yard and ruin your summer fun. Check your yard every week and dump water out of any containers you see. Buckets, cans, bottles, coolers, bird baths, even wheelbarrows, and especially saucers under flower pots. Store items upside down when not in use, or better yet, inside. Learn more at mda.maryland.gov/Zika.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Have you ever done any research at the Library of Congress? Thanks to a new partnership, Montgomery College students have started to explore the rich collections and resources of one of the largest libraries in the world. MCTV has the details.
The Montgomery College Fellows is a pilot program that pairs the Library of Congress with Montgomery College to investigate how community college students can use the abundant resources of the Library of Congress.
The way our program works is that a person would go through our program one time. and it's a year-long program, and what is quite wonderful about it is that we actually release a faculty member or a librarian from work time, and we reassign their time to this MC Fellows at the Library program. And what that allows us to do is to really invest their time to really develop assignments and projects, and then they will implement them going forward. At the completion of the year where they've gone through the program, they still go on to use these projects into the future.
During the fall 2015 and the spring 2016 semesters, the fellows split their time between working at the college and going to the Library of Congress to attend orientation sessions, listen to explanations of unique collections, and go on behind-the-scene tours.
We had a team of 6. They were chosen through a competitive process where they applied, and we selected 4 faculty and 2 librarians from across our college.
The 4 faculty are from the disciplines of dance, English, and women's and gender studies.
One of our professors teaches dance, and so her students went down and learned about the history of dancers and about dance companies and about choreography, and then they, in fact, based on that information, came back here and designed dances. They choreographed their own pieces and performed them.
The 2 librarians had a different perspective.
Our librarians were learning how to ready the students to go to the library, and they were also developing some materials, training for faculty and also training for students.
In the fall, check the Montgomery College Library's website to learn more about supporting materials and online tutorials for this program. The Montgomery College Fellows at the Library of Congress will be back in the spring of 2017. For Country Report This Week in Rockville, I'm Danielle Stesky.
The Rockville Farmers Market is back for the growing season, and Rock 11 Now's Kathy Dantzler shows us this farmers market has much more than fresh fruits and vegetables.
Rockville's Farmers Market is open for business.
I like the location. It's convenient. It's not congested, you know, you got a lot of room to roam. He can run around a little bit, you know, and be relatively safe.
I just love it. I love the fresh vegetables. I love the organic farmer. And we're here every Saturday for the season. Oh, the fresh baby lettuces all summer, the tomatoes, of course. This time of year, the asparagus and strawberries.
The greens are great, tomatoes, the produce, the plants. Everything's great. Fruit is good. It's all good. Because you get nice fresh produce just picked. It's delicious.
Coffee, some of the meat from the Amish market over there, greens, apples.
It's nice having some of the local restaurants from downtown Rockville. The French place in particular, we haven't been in, you know, we've had our eye on, but we haven't been there yet.
I just got a little juice.
Cheese bread.
A scone, some apples.
I'm gonna pick up a tomato plant.
And the salt is full of minerals and trace elements that is really healthy for the body to boost the immune system. So we try and convey that in all our products. So we chose this farmers market. My son used to go to Richard Montgomery, so we really know the area very well. We're locals. We love it because it's so friendly for people to walk around, have parking. It's close to the cinemas, so you know people do their daily shopping, come in here, and it's just a very friendly and a wonderful. All the people here are just great, so we feel very comfortable in the space.
And why not go green and bring your own recyclable bag? Plus, you can use your EPT card too. The Farmers Market is open to the public every Saturday until November 19th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Rockville Town Center, the corner of Route 28 and Monroe Street. For County Report This Week, I'm Kathy Dantzler.
The Quicken Loans National is operated by the Tiger Woods Foundation, which provides career development and scholarship support for area youth. The tournament's director recently previewed the event and promoted volunteer opportunities on CCM's show, Make a Difference.
The support that we receive year over year continues to grow. When we look at the tournament and the planning, it starts with the experience. It starts with the experience from the players inside the ropes. It starts with the experience outside the ropes for our spectators, our media, our volunteers, our corporate partners. And we try to hone in and ask ourselves, how can we provide each person who comes and is a part of the Quicken Loans National with the best possible experience. We welcome all comers. We have youth volunteers as young as 12 on our standard bearers committee. They're walking inside the ropes, updating the player's score, literally walking with the groups.
Wow.
We have committees inside the ropes like hole marshals, We have committees outside the ropes, like our corporate hospitality greeters, our transportation volunteers, our spectator services volunteers. You need not even know how to play golf or be involved with golf to volunteer. We actually find that many of our volunteers view the week and being outside at Congressional in the beautiful Montgomery County sun as a great platform to help the tournament, meet new friends, volunteer, spend time with your friends and family, and really have a unique, fun experience that doesn't come around too often.
The Quicken Loans National Golf Tour takes place from June 20th through the 26th at Congressional Country Club. If you're interested in volunteering, go to qlnational.com. Coming up next on County Report this week, we'll preview Heritage Montgomery's upcoming annual celebration. And then you'll meet our pet of the week. Stay with us.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonya Burke. You'll want to mark your calendars for the last weekend of June for Heritage Montgomery's annual celebration. This countywide festival on June 25th and June 26th provides visitors the opportunity to discover venues from Silver Spring to Poolsville, Bethesda to Clarksburg, and everywhere in between. During a recent visit to CCM's show Seniors Today, Heritage Montgomery's Executive Director Sarah Rogers told us what visitors can expect.
We have a map of all the sites for Heritage Days.
Oh.
One weekend a year for the last 19 years. We have all of our sites, museums and parks open with special events for kids and families.
Oh, neat.
And there, as I've said, there's over 40 of them, and so you need a map. And we have different themed areas. We have a transportation theme, we have African American history, we have the Ag Reserve, and we have what we call Heritage Gems. And the Heritage Days is open free for the weekend of June 25th and June 26th.
You can find out much more about Heritage Days weekend on its website. Are you ready for some live music? The Downtown Silver Spring Summer Concert Series kicks off this month, and joining us with a concert preview is Department of Recreation Director Gabe Albernez.
We are excited about our summer concert this series, which starts in June and ends in July, which will be held in Veterans Plaza. We have all different kinds of genres of music, from Latin rock to funk to R&B, and these concerts are free. They're held from 7 to 9 p.m. We encourage families to bring picnics, have a great time, and enjoy the many wonderful restaurants that are located in downtown Silver Spring.
Thank you, Gabe. And here's a look at that lineup that runs from June 16th to August 4th. Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Foster and Rescue Coordinator Joanne Heller joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Joanne?
Hi, my name is Joanne Heller. I am the foster coordinator here at Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center. This is Little Fodor. We are currently looking to grow our foster network so that we can have people care for animals in their home temporarily until they are ready to come back for their permanent adoption. If you're interested in fostering animals or kittens like Fodor, please go to our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/animal services and apply online, and I look forward to receiving your application.
With that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you with some scenes from Corbett and Grace Lunsfield's Proof is Possible U.S. tour, which included a week-long stop in Tacoma Park where residents could tour the tiny house on wheels. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for watching.
always Rockville here with.
She loves the net. Oh.